good to be back. Season 3 of Northern UIM is brought to you in part by my Patreon. Contribute as little as $1 a month and receive behind-the-scenes footage, sponsor-free viewings, and access to final drafts up to 3 days before videos are published. Link in the description. Hello. It's been a little while. Welcome to Northern UIM Season 3. I am seconds away from starting the biggest Kurask grind the world has ever seen, but before I do that, let me catch you up to speed. I spent a large portion of last season confined to the wilderness, training up my stats like Hunter, Agility, and Slayer, all while collecting enough GP to set my respawn point to the Ferox Enclave. We also started making progress on the main goal of the series, defeating every boss in the north by killing the crazy archaeologist. During this time, I've avoided collecting anything of value due to my immense fear of dying to a PKer risking anything more than a spade. But the long wildy skilling grinds are complete, which means it's finally time to get to work. Seriously though, apart from money stored in the LMS coffer, I don't think I've ever carried more than 1 to 2 mil worth of items. Killing 10,000 Kurask is going to change this account forever. But I'm not going to be able to complete it in just one video. This is going to be well over an 100-hour grind. The first Kurask of many. And it's a medium combat task too. So why did I choose Kurask specifically? Well, I'm not just killing 10,000 of these guys for one single reason. We will be using the whole Kurask. Every single thing on this drop table is amazing. Coins, great. Alkables, that's the same thing as coins. Nature runes, very useful for both alks and a couple lunar spells. Noted flax is great for crafting training. Big bones are good for prayer. White berries are a useful herblore secondary, but I have other ways to get them, so they're less of a priority. Papayas and coconuts are currently worth their weight in gold. I'll be periodically dropping these over to my main. There's also a 1 in 128 chance of getting a hard clue scroll. Nope. As long as I remember to drop the one in my inventory. Kurask are also a great source of herb seeds for farming, and there's about a 1 in 7 chance of them dropping 3 herbs, and it's been like 12 minutes, my inventory is already full. One of my main goals this season is level 76 herblore, which, with a boost, is the requirement to make stamina potions. Of course, herblore is one of the slowest skills to train on a UIM, especially for a guy with one farming patch to his name, so part of the Kurask grind will be to stack every single herb they drop. Except lantidimes. I have no way to get either of these secondaries, these go in the trash. But we do have a nice little head start on stacking herbs from the Slayer we did. Yeah, originally I'd written down I wanted to kill 12,000 Kurasks. I redid my math a few weeks ago, and I decided that maybe 10,000 is good enough. God damn it, I forgot to drop the clue again. Second trip done. Just gonna leave the clue on the floor this time. That trip was a bit longer than the first one, about 20 minutes. Looting bag is getting very full very quickly. That is a problem I'm gonna have to solve pretty soon.
Welcome back.
Very well coordinated, guys. Ooh, finally got a clue scroll. Juggling hard clues is very doable for this account. Because I have access to the entire wilderness, there's about a 20% chance for a random clue step to be completable. Although this number has been gradually decreasing as Jagex introduces more areas to put clues into. A hard clue scroll ranges from 4 to 6 steps, and with only one clue, my odds of completion are very low. But if we have another already on the floor, the game can't really tell the difference between the two of them, and as we stack multiple northern steps, our odds of a casket increase dramatically, all the way to 100%. Having said all that, this is a step I cannot do, and thus it goes into the corner of shame. What is this one? Full of railings, too far south. Close, but too far south. 48 farming, jengerberries. Kurasks don't drop bush seeds, but that is something new I can plan. Mime show. This might be worth doing now. There was a change a few months ago where if you have the emotes in the outfit from certain random events, you get an XP lamp. And I'm pretty sure the mime show is one of them. Cool. 2 outfit pieces. We'll throw these in the costume room when we're done with this trip. Hey, that's a doable clue. We are officially juggling. Okay, where does this go? It goes into the fancy dress box. I don't have this built. All right, give me a minute. Oak planks. Okay, we have a box now. This tier can only hold 2 different outfits, so I'll probably just throw whatever random event I get next in here as well. Leaf-bladed sword, very cool. This weapon kind of sucks. I mean, it's fine. It's a little better than a rune sim. What I'm really looking for is a leaf-bladed battle axe. The battle axe is sweet, and it's my best in slot melee weapon until the abyssal whip. It also gets a big damage boost against Kurasks, more than the Slayer helm, which is especially nice because the last goal of the Kurask grind is to train up my melee stats. They're currently level 70. I have 87 range, 83 magic, 70. The battle axe is a drop rate of just over 1 in 1,000, and then we'll switch to using melee. So that's our current objective, obtain a leaf-bladed battle axe. I've killed about 600 Kurasks so far. No sign of the axe yet, but we're only a bit over half the drop rate, so that's to be expected. I had an idea on how to make this a little more efficient. Right now, my inventory is filling up with herbs pretty quickly. My trips are on average around 20 to 25 minutes. Then I have to run to the farming patch, note all the herbs, bag them at Ferox, and run back. And the solution to this is swamp tar, a stackable secondary ingredient that only requires a pestle and mortar to use. If I had a big stack of tar, I'd be able to use it on Guams, Marantils, Terramins, and Harlanders, which would at least double the length of my trips, and I'd also free up 4 slots in the looting bag. I've picked up tar from the barrels in the Ladies' Aid before. Making herb tar is very efficient herblore XP. It actually gives more experience than most potions you can make with those herbs. The problem with tar is that gathering it is miserable. There are 4 barrels available when the Ladies' A is docked at Lunar Isle. This barrel is closed at Pirates Cove for some reason. And at max efficiency hopping between 2 worlds, I was getting between 16 to 1800 tar per hour, which sounds decent until you realize that you need 15 swamp tar per herb, making this method, on average, 8200 herblore XP per hour with Harlanders, dropping all the way down to 3400 XP per hour with Guams. But I had an idea while talking to my therapist. That is true. Since these 2 barrels are next to each other, I'm wondering if there's a way. It works. Oh my god, it works. This is the greatest day of my life. I mean, obviously it's even slower doing it this way, but I don't need to pay any attention whatsoever other than resetting my clue once an hour.
Is he plundering our tar?
Haven't seen him leave once. He don't sleep, he don't go to bed. Keeps mumbling like a loony about something called herblore XP.
He's gonna leave enough to patch holes in the hull, right?
We should tell the
captain.
Hello. I have done 15 hours of tar barrel content in the last 2 days. Behold, my tar. And I hate to say it, but this won't last very long. 49 herblore, 50 herblore, and it's already half gone. Though we did just burn through a few hundred herbs, so I guess it makes sense. So now when we get a low-level herb drop, we can just make the tar here and not have to carry it to the Tulip Recon. 88 ranged. That's above 1116. Sweet, we have 3 doable clues now. Level 51 herblore. That is the 3rd herblore level I've gotten today. Drill Sergeant. I think this one gives lamps too. Okay, so we're working towards the camo outfit and the mime costume. I'm definitely going to forget that and dismiss some random events. I can already tell. Of course we get this stupid head. Unfortunately, the Canopus taxidermist is just south of the line. Otherwise, I would 100% be making 8 skill halls to mount every single Karask head I get during this grind. The good news is that it does elk for 3.6k. So, yeah, a very average 1 in 3k drop. Oh, we have 4 clues. That's insane. We've gotten so lucky with these. 49 farming coming in. That's not a battle axe. Hard to complain about a 41k elk though. I have a good feeling about this one. Never mind. Into the corner of shame it goes. Actually, no. We're teaching this one a lesson. I actually didn't know you could do that. How much did that elk for? 12 GP. Worth every penny. The sacrifice was accepted. Okay, that is Karask number 1026. We are officially dry for the axe. Time to complain. Except we have 5 clues on the floor. I've been really lucky. Agility pyramid. That is so far south.
How many you got on your task, brother?
Way too many. Shiloh Village. Oh, that's a tease. It's north of 1116, but it's in crenn. That is not the right collection log slot. Man. I actually went over double raid for this, huh? We now have 1 piece of Light Mystic and 1 piece of Dark Mystic. I don't know when I'll finish these sets. I don't know if they're useful for anything, but they exist. Now. These drop snapegrass seeds? That's pretty sick, actually. Snapegrass is the best thing I can farm for experience, which is a very sad sentence that I just said out loud. But yeah, I think stacking these is a good call. 52 herb lore. Super energy potions, nice. Oh my god. It's happening. It's time. Okay, what's the best way to do this? So 5 of our 6 clues are wildy steps. I think it makes sense to just run them all to Ferox. That'll be our base of operations here. Alright, there's the last wildy clue. I need to make a new Slayer ring, and I still need to death pile. Hopefully just once though. Honestly, I'll probably grab the last clue just to keep everything in one place. What are you trying to show me? Click on the far trap. Wait, what? What is that? It just flew through the wall. Yeah, so this shortcut has 2 obstacles, and if you stand adjacent to the first spike trap while clicking the second, you do this. And you get through it in like half the time. Or that's what I would say if Jagex didn't remove this last week. Was this really too strong? At least they're not touching clue scroll juggling. Enough messing around, let's do this. Brought some food just in case I run into Chaos Ellie or something. Wilderness steps are completely safe, by the way. Since clues now last an hour on the ground, if a PKer does attack me, I can just drop the clue scroll before I die, and I'll be able to easily run back here and pick it up. One day, we're gonna have a leaf-bladed axe instead of a rune axe, and we'll actually deal damage. Okay, first step done. That's a back-to-back. Sweet, we'll have an extra clue by the end of this. Step 2 complete. BJR. That is not on the map. Is that like Fisher King? If it's not on the overworld, I can't do it. Hey, it was Fisher King. God, I'm a nerd. Okay, but could a leaf-bladed axe do this? Didn't think so. Step 3 complete. Not a back-to-back. Step 4? Could be the casket right here. It's not. And it's not a doable step either. Step 5? Okay. And we still have 2 clues left. We're still juggling. Alright, let's pick up all our stuff. We are looking for Blessed D'hide here. That is the best thing we can get from hard clues. But honestly, anything new I'd be thrilled with. We got so lucky with the clue RNG. Alright. Black D'hide body, that's an upgrade. That is an upgrade. Okay. Gotta be honest, this clue does not look very impressive, but I will take the gear upgrade. That's sweet. And we get to start juggling masters. Yeah, I didn't think so. How much is this anyway? +5 range bonus. That is, I mean, it's not nothing, right? It's +5. That's math. I feel like I'm underselling this. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can feel the damage increase. Okay, it does basically nothing here, but I'm gonna be taking this item to a lot of bosses, and there the accuracy will help. It's been quite a journey, but at long last, we are finally out of Swamp Tar. We've been at Caress for about 30 hours at this point. 1,938 KC so far. We've gotten 2 leaf-bladed swords, the Kuresk head, 3 mystic robe tops, and 0 leaf-bladed battle axes, approaching double drop rate. We do have 4 clue scrolls though, which I'm gonna have to juggle while collecting more tar. Hopefully I don't AFK too hard, I really don't want to lose these. Come on, get in there. Why does this only work in the wildy?
What's going on in there?
Oh crap.
Be that ye, Rakkal?
Ahoy, Captain.
Now why be me ears here and rumor of a thief aboard the ladies, eh?
A thief? On a pirate ship? Nope. No way, Captain.
That's a mighty fine piece of headgear ye be sporting.
Oh, thank you. This is my GoPro. I use it to record all of the footage for my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. It's funny you mention it. Some guys were telling me it kind of looks like a pea.
Your other headgear.
What other headgear? Oh, yeah. This. I bought this in Relica from
Skullgrim
the helmet store owner.
Mutiny.
Aye.
I have returned with 6,400 swamp tar. I am ready to kill exactly 2 Karasks and get this axe. 53 herblore. Yeah, it's been about 3 hours. Already burned through 1,000 tar. I swear, if we get a second hard casket before I get this axe, I won't be too upset, but it's getting kind of ridiculous. This is clue number 5. I already have 4 steps ready to go at the Enclave. Level 50 farming. Can now grow Avanto. Very nice. This is our second Mime random event, 1 step closer to receiving lamps from these. And I just want to point out that I've been killing Karasks for so long now that my friend Sharpshot changed his username to Leaf-Bladed Axe. In unrelated news, I'm looking for new friends. It actually happened. It's another 6 hard clues. Look at 'em. I'm so ready. Let's do this. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. For the casket. What? We still have 2 more clues. We're a third of the way to another casket. I might be 2,300 Karasks with no axe, but at least the clue scroll luck has been absolutely absurd. Okay, hard casket number 2. Surely some god D'hide here. Rune Cane and Guthix plate legs? Oh, look at me now. I look so cool. And a second black D'hide body. I didn't even notice that. I was actually regretting elking my red D'hide body earlier because I have a little wilderness grind planned soon, so this is super nice. We know of a spare, so I don't mind risking one of them. So we're 100% keeping the Rune Cane. It's storable in the treasure chest, and I mean, just look at it. I look like a beast. It also might have some super niche uses as a melee weapon if I happen to have absolutely nothing else. It has the same stats as a rune mace, although its attack speed is 1 tick slower. The Guthix plate legs, even I can't justify keeping these. I mean, let's be honest, my Rune Cane logic was flimsy enough. Unfortunately, I did just lose 2 more bag slots, but things are fine in here, right? We got plenty of space. Alright, back to Karasks. 54 Herblore can now clean Quarm. The axe despawning would be your death by virus moment. Speaking of which, I actually do need to go start cooking dinner, so I'll be back in like 3 minutes, just enough time for me to get this axe and for it to despawn. Holy shit! Get this shit off my screen. Oh, there's no fucking way. 2,768 Karasks. It's finally over. Well, we have the axe. Looks like we're gonna need some melee gear. Maybe some strength bonus. I think I know where we're headed next.